So good morning. Today we're going to be making our other memory pillow. Now this one we're actually going to be doing this out of this very lightweight kind of, it's like a nylon material. It looks like the tags have been cut out, so I can't tell exactly what the material is. Anyway, it does appear to be nylon, so I'm going to go ahead and I think for this one I want this kind of flimsy, soft look on this particular pillow. I'm not going to line it with any kind of interfacing. I think for this one, I want to leave it nice, just like it is on the front of the pillow, but I'm going to line the back. And the reason is that I'm going to be putting some, this will actually have the slip cover where you slip the pillow in the back because there are no buttons on this particular shirt. So let's go ahead and lay it out and get started measuring this beautiful top and see if we can't make this a really special pillow. And this one I'm going to be doing a little bit different than the last one. I want to have part of the sleeve on this pillow just because these sleeves are so pretty. So I'm going to move them up a little tiny bit. And we're going to measure. Now this is an 18, I think I told you it was a 18 by 18 pillow. So I want to make these about 17 inches long. This is actually 18 right here. So I think what we're going to do is measure. I'm going to measure from the top because I'm going to sew a piece that's going to go in here so we don't see the tag. I'll probably take it off the sleeve. And I'm going to measure 17, actually I'm going to measure 18 inches just to be safe. And I'm just going to chalk this line at 18 inches right here. I'm going over this a couple times because I actually need to replace my blade. I just want to make sure it cuts it real good, nice and straight. I'm just going to go right along the edge. Now I'll get it nice and straight, but we're going to sew everything together so that it slips right in. So I'm going to take this piece here, this piece of this fabric. The front we're going to leave as is. We're not going to touch it. This is the front. This is the back. Interfacing right on the back of this. I'm also going to put it on the piece that's going to go on the back of the, that's going to go on the little slip part of it. All right, so we're going to cut that. All right, and then we're also going to put another piece that's going to go across for our little slip piece. All right, we've got all of our pieces with the with this interfacing all ironed on. So this is how our pillow's looking so far. I'm glad I decided not to put the interfacing on the front because you can see that the pillow is actually going to lay really pretty with these little pieces. So I've got the piece here with the interfacing that I put the interfacing on. This is going to be our piece we're going to sew in the back. And then I also did a piece here which I'm going to put under the collar. So I put the interfacing on this. I wasn't going to, but it's so flimsy that I just want to make sure that this pillow lasts as long as she does. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this interfacing off just right here, just along the neck. And this is going to be the front of our little outfit. So we're just going to pin this and sew this all along the collar. And that is going to cover that up and give it a nice little a nice little edge. It's gonna look really pretty. The lines are all going the same direction that the, perfect. That looks so pretty. Look at that. It's gonna look so nice. So see what I was saying? I am gonna take some pins. It's gonna make it a little bit more work when I'm trying to take the pins out, but I don't care. I want this to come out just perfect. So I am gonna take some pins and just put them along the edge. All right, let me put a couple more pins in and then we'll start sewing. All right, now we're gonna start sewing our collar. I've got it all pinned down. I'm just gonna do a little straight stitch all the way around it, and I'll bring you back as soon as this is done. I'll just show you a little bit of how I'm starting it. So I'm going right up next to that edge with my sewing machine. I'm going to be taking these pins out because I really want to make sure that this lays down as evenly as possible. Wow, you don't even see the stitch. It's just beautiful. So this is how my neck came out. It looks so pretty, the front and the back. I'm just super happy with it. So I'm going to be now working on the back, and we are going to, so you see I've got my interfacing on this back piece, and I've got some interfacing on this front piece. Get rid of some of these pins. I have to be careful. I got little kids coming over here several days a week, so I can't have pins falling onto my floor. All right, so what I'm thinking is this. I'm gonna turn it inside out. This is my back with the plain. So we are gonna have, I'm gonna look at this like this is the pillow, actually. We'll turn it inside it. We'll turn it right side out, because I want to be able to tell where I want to put my piece. So this is nice because I was actually able to use the edge of this material, and I put my interfacing right up to it, so it's going to make it really easy to sew this together. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to have these two pieces. Now this one's going to kind of fold down a little bit. Here is one end, and here is going to be the other. All right, so we're getting ready. I went ahead and sewed this slip stitch on the back. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but I am just trying to get this front as even as humanly possible. And then I'm going to take this back and lay it over it. Just like this. I'm going to pin it because I want that front to stay in place. I do not want it to come apart. This was actually a lot harder than the other one just because of all of these little ruffles. Just made it really hard to sew. But anyway, we got it to work. I'm going to go ahead and pin along the edges there. And then we're going to take it to the sewing machine, and I'm going to show you how it all comes together. It's going to look really cute when it's done. So I'm really excited to finish this project. I think it was a really good one to do. I think it's going to come out real pretty. It's just, this one was a lot of, I had to really think about things because of all these ruffles. It just, and the type of material made it very difficult to sew, honestly. So it came out exactly like I was hoping it would. This is how it's gonna look. I wasn't sure if I was gonna need to put a snap on the back of this. I'm gonna check as soon as I get the pillow inside of it. So let me do that, and I'll show you how the pillow looks as soon as it's all put together. Actually, before we do that, the lady that has me working on this wanted to have a white cross put on this. This was a shirt that her mom used to wear when she'd go to church with her. So I actually bought these chenille crosses. I thought they were so pretty. They've got a little bit of gold behind them. I'm not putting the green one on. I just needed to do a sample to make sure that it would work on this material, and it worked fine. So I just want to try to see like where would be the best place to place it. I'm thinking probably right over here. Probably right over like the heart area. I think that would be really pretty. So let me go ahead and get that last little piece done. So the pillow came out absolutely beautiful. I am so thrilled. I hope she loves it. I'm so happy with it. So on the back, I was a little concerned because of the type of material it is. It's just not strong enough to really hold this together, so it looks really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple of snaps. I'm gonna put one there, and I'm gonna put one there, and then it's gonna hold the pillow together much better. She won't have to worry about that, how it looks in the back. So anyway, I'm real happy with it. I wanted it so that these parts just kind of hung down. That little bit of interfacing made all the difference. I just love this little chenille cross. And so I'm gonna work on the snaps, and then I'll show you a final photo when I put it on my couch.